We have made it to the last day of Vlogtober, and I thought I would round out Vlogtober the exact same way I started it. I started Vlogtober with my, actually I might have started it with my quarterly goals, but goal setting. And I thought today we're gonna finish it with goal setting. And today we are going to talk about my goals for the month of November in my November reset. Last 2 months of the year, can you even believe it? Now is the time for holiday travel, chaos, and all sorts of other things, and my goals actually kind of reflect accordingly. But before we get into what my November goals are, I do want to take a look back at my October goals and be honest with you about how I did at achieving them. As you guys know by now, I use the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets collection for my goal planning, and in 2023, I'm using 2 different goal planners. I am using the 2023 Power Sheets, yes, but I'm also embracing the Moxie Life as well. I've been using on and off the companion notebooks for Moxie Life in 2022, and I want to take a deeper dive into Life with Moxie Life and use some of their daily planning tools and everything. So stay tuned in 2023 for me to give you updates on how using the dual plan approach is going, but I do have 2023 Power Sheets to do at least the initial goal setting and use the tending list. If you are interested in information about either the Moxie Life stuff that I have or the new 2023 Power Sheets, I will have links to both of those videos down below for you. All right, so let's get started with my October tending list. There are some things that I did that I accomplished really well, and there are some things that I just utterly and completely tanked on. So let's dive right in. My monthly action items for October were as follows. Go to the apple orchard, ? And while we didn't go to an official apple orchard, we did have a whole fall themed day. We went over to the Minnesota Arboretum, of which we are now members. We've been hanging out there quite a bit actually. And we had like this beautiful fall drive-through day with beautiful, stunning photographs in front of vibrant fall trees. It was absolutely gorgeous. And then we went over to their little place called the Apple House. It's the Apple House until the beginning of November. And in there is all sorts of different foodstuffs and apples that you can pick and things like that. And while we didn't buy all that much, we got some apple cider donuts, we got some pumpkins for decoration, and we got some caramel for some caramel apples that I purchased, like for apples that I purchased at the store. But we haven't gone any like crazy apple orchard related thing this year, but I'm okay with it. I think I'm actually totally fine with it. We had our exciting fall day. It was great. It was lovely. And I don't necessarily need the apple orchard to be the official thing in order to make it feel like it was a fall activity, you know? So that, even though it wasn't officially an apple orchard, did get an accomplished check mark. Create and stick to the ideal schedule. Did I create it? Yes. Have I been sticking to it? Not really. In all honesty, it's just been a very weird month for me, kind of emotionally and productively. And I don't know what that's about. I'm still working through things, but well, more on that in November and stuff. It basically, I think I've been struggling from, you know how like I take breaks for like, I'm burnt out. I think what actually is happening is I have like this low grade burnout, this low grade post-pandemic burnout that's just ongoing. And I am ridiculous to think that I can cure burnout with a couple of weeks off, you know? So I've been, you know, sleeping a little bit more than I normally would, but I'm struggling to balance, like, I should be doing all of these things with, there are no shoulds here. Let's do what we need. And I'm going to be embracing that sort of mindset going into my 2023 goals. So that's a story for a different day. But it's just been a weird month for me. It's been very strange. I haven't been sticking to the ideal schedule, really. But I created it. Finish my Yes Fit odds race. That is a mouthful and I don't even know why. That is a virtual race that I have been doing. It's 35 miles. And while I will not finish it, I will be about 60% of the way there, I say. Probably about 60% of the way there. So I'm going to bump that goal to November to finish it. So I did make significant progress on it. I just know that it's not going to be done by October 31st. Create my home purge list. I started this and then I just flat out didn't do it. I just flat out was like, I don't want to itemize every project that I need to do. I just was not feeling that that sort of vibe. That's not to say we didn't do some thorough cleaning. I have gotten rid of bags of stuff in my office every week this month. We did a nice deep clean of the house because we hosted Bible study earlier this month. And so like the house has been clean and beautiful and tidy, and we're doing the things. I just did not want to write out an itemized list of every project in every room that I wanted to do. It felt daunting to me when I sat down to actually do it. So I decided not to do it. Read 3 books. I did this. I did this. Granted, 2 of the books were audiobooks, but I've read 4 in total. And we'll talk about those actually a little bit later in this video. Lower my grocery budget by $100. Did I do this? I think I did. Hang on. I'm pulling up my little budgeting app on my phone. The reality is I ended up with some unexpected expenses that were going to ding our grocery budget that I was not planning for, but I definitely did it regardless of that, which is awesome. So full transparency, today is the 26th. So I've still got a couple days left, and I know I have at least one more grocery trip before, but right now, as it is with my max budget for, you're really not supposed to spend more than this, I am at $225 left, which is awesome. And that includes a $145 unplanned Be Well by Kelly protein powder purchase that I put in our grocery budget because we're both using it, we're both gonna eat it, and it's food, it's nutritious food for us. And so I wasn't even expecting that. So actually, I think I have one Target run that my husband did not tracked, but with $225 left, I'm absolutely 100% gonna do it, because that means I have $125 room for 5 days or 6 days, however many it is. 5 days. Awesome. I did it. I did it. Yay! And then make my dentist appointment. I did this with a really big caveat. So I went online to this thing that's like, they're in our network and blah, 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 blah. You go and you make an online appointment request. And then 2 days later, I got a text message that says, your appointment is May 8th. It's November. May 8th. Literally 6 months. So that's not helpful. So what I actually ended up doing, and I don't know if this is gonna help, but it's just a proof that like I took an extra step. I called my dentist back home in Chicago, and I was like, hey, because I've known this receptionist my entire life. It's the only dentist office I've ever gone to. I was like, so I have been really bad and not gone to the dentist since the pandemic started, and we're gonna be in town the week of Thanksgiving. Any chance you can squeeze me in? And while she didn't actually have any appointments open, she's like, I'll put you on a cancellation list, and if something opens up that week, I will call you and get you in. So will it happen? Probably not, but I am at least on a list where I might be able to get an appointment at the end of this month, November, instead of May. I will probably push a little bit harder after holiday travel and everything is done, but man, I did it, but I feel like I lost the battle even though I did the thing, you know? Okay, weekly action items from last month. Blow dry my hair at least once, done. I had my hair styled like this at least once every week. Complete my Moxie Life checklist. I completed items on the Moxie Life checklist, but I have been creating too many to-do list items for it to be practical for me to use in a week. So I haven't completed the lists, but I have completed things on the list. So technically, I don't get a check mark for any of the weeks because I said complete it and I did not complete it. Knock out 3 items from the cleaning list. I did this the first week because I wrote down items the first week and I did a couple of them, but the other 3 weeks, because the list ceased to exist, so did that goal. Do my ideal schedule. Nope. Line right through all of it. Take progress photos. Nope. Line right through that. And 100,000 steps. Y'all, I was overzealous. 100,000 steps is not practical for me and my body at its current state right now. It's not. I did 2 days in a row of 14,000 steps, and by Wednesday I was exhausted. I was utterly exhausted. Have I reached a 10,000 goal, a 10,000 step average every single day? Yes. Yes, I have. And there are days that I have gone 11,000, 12,000. And those are wildly successful step days. But because they're not 14,285, I still feel like I failed. I learned really early on in the month that this was not going to be the right answer for me. So there's that. I did not achieve that goal either. Daily action items. No spend. I have been on point with my no spend for every day but 2 days. Tracking about 50%. Vlog every day. I picked up the camera at some capacity every day except for like 3 days, so not too bad. Video published. Again, I have a video that published on my channel every day except for 3 days. And one of them wasn't even my fault. It was USPS's fault and Cultivate What Matters fault. So I'm still gonna take it as a win, because usually my trend is I drop off completely by the end of the month because it just gets to be too much and I'm like, oh, why am I doing this? And blah, 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 blah. I'm still going. I still have the momentum, which is awesome. I'm starting to pull back a little bit in that tomorrow is Wednesday. I know that tomorrow to me right now, live is Wednesday. I have today is Wednesday. Oh my God. Today is Wednesday. I have a live stream today. So I intentionally did not put up the vlog that was ready because I have a video going up on my channel today. It's just going to be a live video. So I skipped that and pushed the video that was ready today for tomorrow so I can space things out a little bit. And I also have decided, y'all, if I continue to do vlog months, remind me to take Sundays off. Sunday is a no video upload day. It's a rest day. So I'm getting there. I did it. I'm going to do it almost every day, which is awesome. Do a Bible study. I have been really good at quiet time with God and prayer journaling, but not actually Bible studying. Read. I'm actually at about, I would say 70%, not too shabby. And then 15-minute power appointments. I did great the first 2 weeks and have just completely neglected them the last 2 weeks. So I would say, I don't know, I'm maybe about 50% for the goals for the month, which again, 50% is great because it means there's a lot of things that I've done that I wouldn't have done otherwise. So while I didn't complete the whole list, I still did a really good job of getting some things done. So let's fast forward to November. My November tending list looks vastly white in the weekly and daily action items, and that's okay. That was intentional. I was like, you know what? It is time to take a step back. It is time to chill out a little bit. So my goals are really, really low key, all things considered. So here's what I have written down as my official goals for the month of December, broken into weekly, daily, and monthly action items. My monthly action items. Number one is to get my business finances up to date. I had every intention of doing that this month, and then with all of the work I had to do for Vlogtober, I was like, you know what? No. Next month, I won't have nearly as much work to do for my YouTube channel and my business, so that's when I will do up-to-date finances. Read 3 more books. Pack for holiday travel, which is a daunting thing because we usually travel for more than a week or 2. So getting all of that, planning, what do I actually need? What do I intend to do while we're traveling? Things like that. Got to get that all done because by the end of the month, we're not gonna be here. Christmas shopping. I need to have my Christmas shopping completed. I want to have my Christmas shopping completed before we go for holiday travel. I want it to be done, completely done. Not only because we're celebrating my family Christmas on Thanksgiving, but I just want to have it all done. I literally have packed for travel on here twice. What was I thinking? Literally, it says pack for holiday travel, Christmas shopping, pack for travel. You think that like pack for travel is the thing that's on my brain? Oh my gosh. Publish 2 blog posts. Because I'm working diligently to work ahead on my video work for November, I should in theory have time to at least publish blog posts. I have not published a single blog post since my whole new website went live, and I've been publishing those old blog posts. Haven't published a single new one. So I wanted to do that. Get a pedicure. I haven't had a pedicure since the end of July, and then finish the Oz race before my travel. That virtual race that I mentioned before, I want to get that finished and all squared away before travel starts. So my weekly action items, I only have 2. Office clean out project. I do want to like break down and like, because we won't be back until into the new year, more than likely, I want to have as much like of the clutter of my workspace out as I can. So every week I want to take a section of the project, like maybe week 1 will be my desk, and I will go through every single drawer, get rid of things I don't need, clear out the papers, all of that. And maybe like week 1 will be the desk, week 2 will be the beauty drawers in that corner, and week 3 will be the bookshelf and the other desk. And like, that's easy, right? If I dedicate half an hour to that every single day, I'll be able to breeze through all of that and just have it be done. Look, I made a plan right there. That was it. That was me planning for it. And my other weekly action item is a 70,000 a week step average because I'm being much more realistic about my goals. My only daily action items, I'm still in 3 months of thrifty. Therefore, we're going to do a no spend. And then I want to track. I've not been good at tracking. Admittedly, I'm taking an on and off break from tracking. I'm doing it to myself. Every day that I don't track has been an intentional choice not to do so. But I want to get back in the habit. So I'm going to track in November with like Thanksgiving being the exception, and read every single day. So those are my goals. Like I said, they're really, really simple. A lot of them are things that need to get done regardless of if they're written down or not. but I feel like I needed some of those small wins. So there we go. Those are my goals for the month. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about the books that I have consumed in the month of November. I have 5, actually. I thought I had 4, but I have 5. I finished Just Mercy by Bryan Stevenson. Wow, what an eye-opener. Really intense, but wow. And then we read Office BFFs by Jenna Fischer and Angela Kinsey. If you like The Office, you need this book. I've talked about it on vlogs, but you need this book. It was fantastic. And then being a member of the Sharon Says So book club, we actually got to get on a Zoom call with Angela Kinsey and Jenna Fischer, and it was wonderful. Those ladies are so down to earth. They're so sweet. They're so fun. It made me want to, like really embrace The Office. And I've been getting into it. I started it begrudgingly because my husband made me, and now I'm like, yes, 100% yes. I want to support this crew. I want to support the show. I want to support all of it. And so there's that. I want to finish the show, but also I want to start listening to their Office Ladies podcast where they go through episode by episode and do a whole little commentary thing. So what I want to do, and my husband wants to do it with me, is we'll watch an episode and then we will play the podcast episode and listen to the podcast episode. So I think that'll be a lot of fun and a nice bonding experience for my husband and I too. And the other book, the actual book that I read is The Lost Apothecary. I don't have it with me because it's downstairs, but it was wonderful. It was really it was the perfect October read. I really liked it. It's all female centric, which I really liked. It's got like the past and the future and it was just really past and present, I suppose. It was really, really good. I highly recommend if you're looking for a fun little kind of witchy potion-y type thing with a little bit of historical fiction in there, but also present day stuff. I don't know. It was really great. I thought it was awesome. And then the 2 audiobooks were actually books that I did not intend on picking up. The first one was The Daniel Plan. That was available on Scribd. And I don't know, the spirit moved me, y'all. The spirit literally moved me to pick up this book. I've known about this book's existence for years, and I've just never bothered to pick it up. And something a couple weeks ago compelled me. They're like, you need to get your hands on The Daniel Plan. God spoke, and it happened. And the reason I don't know what in my heart and my brain convicted me to do it. I don't know. It had to be the Holy Spirit, right? But the reason it was in my head is because our current sermon series at my church is about the book of Daniel. So Daniel was already fresh in my head, and then I was like, Daniel Plan, diet problems. Let's do this. Y'all, when I say it was exactly what I needed, I'm not kidding. Especially the first chapter on faith, after the introductory stuff, but the chapter on faith, because there are 5 pillars to the Daniel Plan: faith, food, fitness, friends, and focus. And they're all awesome. Great. Love the alliteration, by the way. But also they're all really important pillars to a successful, healthy lifestyle journey. And the faith chapter, I just felt like it spoke to my heart, and it was exactly what I needed to hear. So I listened to that book from beginning to end in 3 or 4 days. It was exactly what I needed. Highly, highly recommend. And then the last book that I read listened to, I picked Body Love by Kelly LeVeque back up. Actually, I think it's over here. It's right here. It's not even in the bookshelf because I was looking up recipes and stuff in it, but I was, again, feeling called for Fab 4 lifestyle. I'm currently in the middle of a week of the Fab 4 smoothie, and I just needed a refresher. And because both of her books are on audio on Scribd, I pick them up whenever I feel like I need a little bit more encouragement with the Fab 4 lifestyle. So I've been listening to this straight through. I listened to this straight through, and it's great to just hear her nutritional philosophy and good reminders about the, hormonal implications and health implications and food choices and other encouraging things. And it made me happy to listen to it again. So that was the 5th book that I read. So looking ahead in November, we've got holiday travel, we've got Thanksgiving, we've got gearing up for goal setting season 2023. Can you even believe that? I, spoiler alert, have already started writing in my 2023 power sheets just on the brainstorm page. I think I have 11 potential goals already listed there because my brain is currently a goal brainstorming machine, because I'm figuring out what I need out of the new year, what kind of goals might help get me there, where I need my focuses to be, and where I need my focus to not be. All of these things have been swirling in my head for weeks already because I'm looking ahead and being like, something in 2022 didn't quite work. And let's be honest, 2020 didn't work, 2021 didn't work, and 2023 did not work as well. And so 2023, I'm like, what can I change? What did I do so far in the 2020s that's not working? And how can I change it? So I'm already in massive brainstorm mode for the month of December in goal setting. That doesn't mean that November doesn't exist. I have a lot of exciting things that I personally want to get done in November, which is great. And then we've got travel, and then we've got the holiday season. My birthday, I turned 36 in November. It's a big month. It's a big month, and it leads into the end of the year. So I'm just so very excited. That is my reset for the month. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, as it really does help me out. And if you want to join the Diva and the Divine community, we would love to have you. Just click that little red subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, and I will see you soon.